I teach because when you learn, you become a better person, always.
I get to see young minds blossom, grow, develop.
The ability to engage a student is the key to being a good teacher.
Using outdated materials such as textbooks makes that job much more difficult.
In textbooks, there's diagrams, but they're static. Something like a cell membrane is a fluid thing. It's always moving.
With U.S. history, they print a textbook and it's outdated almost the second that it's printed.
Textbooks are very expensive. They're usually $60 to $100 for different textbooks. So they're adopted for 5 years and then you're stuck with them.
They're extremely heavy, and if you have 3 or 4 in a backpack, it's a lot of weight, and so some students will simply just quit bringing textbooks to class.
There is no reason today to assume that kids have to use the same tools that they used in 1950. In fact, to do so is to prepare them for a world that's already passed.
Education has always been a big part of Apple's DNA. And that's because we really believe that technology can make a profound difference in the way that teachers teach and kids learn. And we now have the opportunity to change one of the cornerstones of education, the textbook. With the iPad, we're making textbooks so much more engaging. By adding audio, video, and interactivity, the content comes to life in ways that are just not possible on the printed page. The information is always up to date, and instead of carrying 30 pounds of books in a backpack, you just need one iPad. These new textbooks are going to allow students to do things they could never do before.
When we set out to bring textbooks to iPad, there were really 3 areas we focused on. We wanted to have really fast, fluid navigation. We wanted to have beautiful graphics. And we wanted to create a better, easier way to take notes and use those notes. When you integrate photography, video, audio, interactive objects, and keynote animations right into the page, the material becomes so much more immersive and compelling. And you can do things you just can't do with a static paper textbook. Taking notes is one of the key ways students learn. So we're introducing some amazing new ways to take notes on iPad. When you see something you're interested in, you just swipe over it and it's highlighted. When you want to add a note, you just tap on it and type. And when you're ready to use your notes, you have an elegant study card view. It's all automatically organized for you, so you just don't have to think about it.
Up to now, making interactive books for iPad has been difficult, so we wanted to make it easier. And this meant so much to us, we had to invent a way to do it. So we developed iBooks Author, an incredible new publishing tool for the Mac. It has Apple-designed templates that allow anyone to create a beautiful multi-touch book for the iPad. And we wanted to get it into the hands of as many people as possible, so we're making it available for free. We also launched the new textbook section of the iBook Store, and this will let publishers easily distribute the most up-to-date version of their textbook right to students. And students can open and read these textbooks right in the iBooks app. So now there's an easy way to create these books, an easy way to buy them, and an incredibly engaging way to experience them. And we're really excited because we think this is going to help students, teachers, and publishers.
Digitization of education is going to be the opportunity of the century. The textbook on the iPad is so much bigger, broader, and more dynamic because what it does is it brings the curriculum alive.
Now we are to the point where we need to have more 21st century materials. We need to engage children. We need to live in the world they live in. And Apple will be essential to that.
When you start talking about what the benefits of Apple and an educational company are, the power of that partnership is huge. It allows more people in more places to benefit from the capabilities that this will have.
Apple is a company that has a genius for engaging people You can do things with a digital textbook that you never could before. It will make students much more interested, and if it stimulates curiosity, you've got the spark for learning.
The Los Angeles Unified School District is the place that I have the privilege to work. I have a little over 1,000 schools and campuses, and I serve more than 750,000 youth, pre-K through 12. It's an amazing school district, and it has amazing stories of success and unbelievable stories of challenge. We had decided to adopt iPad technology as we were trying to provide ways for increasing student engagement. With these interactive textbooks, we're going to watch huge leaps in what's possible for students. They're phenomenally going to change the landscape of education. I think it will reignite the whole passion about why we came into teaching to begin with.
I have become a better person while I've taught. You can't help it. You become attached to your students. Answer all of these questions as you read. There are some students that no matter what you do, you just cannot reach them, and it's a very, very sad feeling. And as I add things to that, but whenever I see a student make a connection or have a realization of comprehension and the light bulb just clicks on, you know, I want to stand up and cheer. I think with the interactive textbooks on the iPad, that connection will be occurring on a regular basis. It will definitely change my students' lives for the better. It will create opportunities for them to learn in ways they've never been able to learn before. They're going to want to go to school. They're going to want to learn. Learning opens eyes, it opens minds, and it opens windows into places that you've never dreamed of before. And there's nothing else I can think of that's near as rewarding.
Okay guys, let's open up our Show Me app.
You know, Show Me started with a very simple concept, and that was to capture whatever you want to teach. Using Show Me, a teacher can create a lesson on any topic.
Okay, let's get started by first setting up the coordinate system.
And their students can watch the lesson whenever, wherever.
We need to first draw the graph for y equals x squared, like so, and then move the entire graph up by 3 units.
And teachers have been using Show Me in all kinds of innovative ways.
My name is Dr. George Maurer. I'm the assistant principal of Mineola Middle School. Show Me has been an incredible application for us. The app is so intuitive. The students themselves picked it up and they were off and running before we even came in. And the application has been wonderful. It allows students to create. It allows them to collaborate, to be able to help someone learn something that they didn't know before because of what you've done. How could you not feel good about that?
All right, that's good. Hi, my name is Dana Hagan. I'm a speech-language pathologist. I work with children of a variety of disabilities. And what I like about this app is that I can use it with all of them.
Somebody's Forever.
I like that title. That's a really good title. Just last week, one of my students, he just started becoming a little bit more comfortable being verbal. And what I did with him was that I asked him what he ate for breakfast. And he shared a whole little story with me with the Show Me app. And then I shared it with his mom, and she started to cry because she said she really has never heard her son speak so eloquently.
But another interesting thing started happening. Teachers started to share their lessons publicly. This meant that any student, regardless of where they lived or what school they went to, can now get access to all these great lessons created by amazing teachers across the world. What we've realized is that great teachers are all around us. They can be artists, writers, musicians, and with Show Me, they're changing the way we learn and making quality education accessible to anyone in the world.
For years now, there's been a love-hate relationship between schools and technology, embracing traditional digital tools like PCs and Macs, while scorning those that often distract kids from their work, like game systems. Now, one Georgia school district is changing that equation by inviting kids to bring their own devices. More now from our chief education correspondent, Rahema Ellis.
Lester, 2 years ago, Forsyth County School District, which is just outside of Atlanta, began a new technology program in 7 of its schools. Now, all 35 are participating in what one organizer thinks could be the next big thing in education. Clickers in Ohio, iPads in Kentucky, e-books in Texas, tablets in New Jersey. The technology trend in education has gone viral.
Quickly, just do your first name.
Now, one district in Georgia is taking it to another level, not just incorporating electronics, but encouraging students to bring their own. It's called BYOT.
BYOT stands for Bring Your Own Technology. We're taking away the banning and the blocking and instead trying to help guide students in the appropriate and responsible ways to use their devices.
iPhone 4S, Kindle Fire, Nintendo because it's fun.
Using their devices, students research, do assignments, create instructional videos, and even quiz themselves.
It's been amazing because all the teachers say, oh wow, I can actually do this, and they're also learning with us.
Unlike the students, some teachers were not as quick to sign on.
Honestly, I was terrified. I thought my role was give them all the knowledge that I've got about something. Now I realize that's not my job at all. My job is to point them in the right direction, give them the tools that they need, and wow, they can do so much more than that textbook.
The benefits go beyond the world of information at students' fingertips.
Before, I was really shy. I never wanted to be called on in class, and now it's better because I can just do things with my device.
So you end up being the IT guy at home?
Yes.
Keep all this stuff working?
Yes.
There have been concerns among parents, including the Hendricksons, who now support the program.
My concern was that there was going to be a lot of texting each other, texting friends.
The teachers are very good about catching you when you're texting. They got the eye for it now.
Still, some wonder if programs like this could create an electronic overload.
There's always a place for pen and paper. You take the best of both things, the old and the new.
So you've become a believer about bring your own technology to the classroom?
Absolutely.
Are you glad Dad's a believer?
Yes.
The district says it has devices for students who don't have their own and measures in place to safeguard those brought to school. Not everyone is on board, but organizers say the program is going well. In fact, schools here have been contacted by educators in other districts, states, and even countries who want to see BYOT in action.
Rahema Ellis in Atlanta for us.